Alright, so right away we got the full list, the full roster of Street Fighter 6. Gladfully leaked to us, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to take a good look at these beautiful characters. Because, I'm not gonna lie, some of these characters are just straight up, like, they're beautiful. They're honestly perfectly designed. I want to go through like a good chunk of them. Okay, so we're gonna start with like one character at a time, or maybe two characters at a time. So I want to take care of the boys. I want to talk about the boys. So far, we saw Ryu in the trailer already, and in my own honest opinion, I really like the redesign. I like the fact that he's no longer, you know, stereotypical karate man anymore. He's like, because Ryu was always known to be the karate man, but now he's the wandering karate man. He's now he has upgraded to hobo status. But no, he's always been that way. But at the same time, he's wearing a cloak. What, in my opinion, I feel is a little bit too much, because for like right away when you look at Ryu, like if you remove the cloak, if it's just bare chest Ryu with a beard, headband, white pants, and that would look good. I think, like, you know, less is more in my opinion. Also, he has Akuma's sandals. Yeah, there's a meme going around on Twitter right now saying that Ryu stole Akuma's sandals. He has Oro's shirt as well as Akuma's sandals. That's definitely Oro's garbs. Like, you could, because in the end of like Third Strike, Ryu was training underneath Oro, so he's wearing Oro's garbs. Either Oro passed away, or Ryu just straight up murked Oro for his drip. He was just he needed a shirt real badly, so he murdered Oro. But yeah, and for good measure, he decided to rob Akuma blind. He's like, it's like, fuck it, man. I've been running around barefooted for at least 35 years. I'm taking your sandals. So yeah, that's one thing. So yeah, that's basically Ryu. All in all, I like the design, but to be honest, I feel that the cloak is a little bit too much. I like I said, for Ryu, I think less is more for Ryu. All right, so let's move on to Hobo Ken. So yes, I have read the leaked backstory of Ken, but I prefer my backstory, what a lot of other people have already made for Ken. So when people saw Ken, right away on Twitter, and wait, I'm gonna bring up the Twitter post because this is actually too fucking funny. No, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. It started out as a retweet, and it just started to blow up. Right away, my boy, a Wireman, said he blew the master's fortune on crypto, didn't he? That's pretty hilarious, because we all know that cryptocurrency is kind of trash. And then you have this asshole calling himself No Rhythm FGC, straight up saying this. After defeating Shadow Lu in Street Fighter V, Ken Masters dreadfully realized that he invested in large shares of a cryptocurrency called Bison Dollars. Ken Masters now shares a trailer with Alex. I know, okay, so his real backstory. Let's get back to his real backstory. Ken Masters' real backstory is that he wanted to share the same dream as Ryu, and his wife Elizabeth got tired of his shenanigans, so she left his ass, took his son with her, and now Ken Masters looks like a hobo and most likely is living from Alex's trailer. Like, no, I bet, like, in his story mode, he's actually sharing a trailer with Alex, because this is not Ken Masters. Like, look at him. Look at him. We're like, look what happened to you, Ken. Was it worth it? Did you really wanted to have the same dream as Ryu? Did you really want that dream? Did you really think that traveling the world and beating up people is a life worth living? Yeah, man, like, priorities, my guy. Like, he inherited, like, keep in mind, Ken Masters, he's a rich motherfucker, so seeing him now choosing the path of, you know, fighting hobos for the last thrown away Subway sandwich in Metro City is kind of, like, depressing. So, but honestly, I do like his redesign. Like, it does show that Ken definitely hit on harder times. What did you say? it seems out of the character. His wife gets mad at Ken for enjoying fighting. Well, yeah, that's true. That's actually that's actually lore. That's actually very, very accurate to the lore. She doesn't really like when Ken, you know, picks fights and stuff like that, but she's always there. Elizabeth is always there for Ken. But I'm guessing, like, Ken was... You know what Ken is doing? Ken is pulling off a Cody. Because after, like, Final Fight 1, Cody was just picking fights all over town, what led him to get set up for a crime he didn't commit. He lost his girlfriend. He lost his girlfriend. He went to jail, and he was in downtime. So basically, Ken is just following Cody's footsteps. Yo, man, was it worth it though? Was it worth it? What did it cost you? Yeah. Well, yeah, but honestly, I kind of... Huh? I said this. You said the same thing, yeah. So one thing is that I really like the getup. I like the whole jacket. Like, the jacket looks kind of cool. It just kind of shows that he really has nothing. Like, it shows that, like, he's wearing, like, a very long jacket, what's not matching up with his... Like, none of his clothes match. He looks like he literally was dumpster diving in the YMCA. Like, it's not like Alex. Like, the reason why Alex dresses how he dresses is because Alex is actually a construction worker on his like, work time, and he's, like, you know, a freelance wrestler. And that's why he's always wearing, that's why, like, the clothes he wears is the clothes he wears. Also, at the same time, like, you could tell that Alex is definitely a construction man. But this look, do you know what this reminds me of? Ken reminds me of Rocky Balboa. This is basically Rocky Balboa. I think we've been beating up Ken for enough, so let's move on to the next character. The Red Cyclone. Yeah, I never thought they would bring back GIF though, but they actually brought the majority of the, let's go again, the Street Fighter 2 cast. Well, except for Fei Long. Right away, from looking from GIF, his Speedo wasn't up to 2022 standards. You know, you can't, but at the same time, maybe there was a complaint. Maybe too many people were getting tired of just getting their face smushed up onto Peach's crotch. So maybe that's the reason why. But all in all, it looks like GIF. He's just wearing pants. It's literally, like, there's nothing to say, but GIF is just wearing pants. Yeah, Dhalsim looks pretty old now. Like, he had the beard Street Fighter 5 though, but he looks like he doesn't look toned at all. Like, Dhalsim is, like, pretty toned, but he actually looks pretty hungry. So it looks like he's, like, either, you know, in a hunger strike or, like, doing, like, some sort of type of meditation and stuff like that. But yeah, he looks very, very, like, meagered. Yeah, Dhalsim not looking too fresh right now. Honda, let's go again. Honda's back. He's actually looking very different. I really like the whole new getup he has. He's wearing a black gi. I think he's running, maybe the story is that in Metro City he's running like a sumo class or stuff like that. So I think he's taking himself a little bit more, you know, professionally. Because, like, every variation we see of Honda, he dresses up like a traditional sumo wrestler. In Street Fighter 5, he's running a bathhouse, but this looks like he's actually, like, running, like, you know, a dojo. He actually looks like how he's standing and how his posture is. It seems like he's taking sumo really seriously. Like, he's actually instructing a class and trying to, you know, teach people the ways of the sumo. Like, looking at him like this, he looks like he means business. Yeah, so honestly, I like the redesign. It's simple, but it's nice. I used to love Blanka as a kid. That's the thing. Every kid likes Blanka. I think Blanka was designed just to attract kids to play the game, because Blanka, he's a wild man. He looks like a miniature version of the Incredible Hulk. He's fun. He rolls up in balls. He electrocutes people. Blanka is straight up one of those characters that attracts, you know, the kiddos. And his redesign looks good. He actually looks like he's wearing overalls. He has himself a little bandana. That's the only thing about him. He looks like he's He looks like he's been in the city for a while. I think the main story of Street Fighter 6 is that everyone is in Metro City for either a tournament or either business, and Blanka looks like he's there for the tournament, but it also looks like he's been there for a while. So yeah, Blanka's redesign, once again, very simple, not really much to say. Guile, I don't really know what's his outfit. That it does look like he's wearing kind of like a pilot's outfit. Keep in mind he's in the Air Force, so seeing him fully in blue is kind of odd. Too much of a big fan of characters wearing primary colors, because it's kind of a bit of an eyesore. It's kind of like when I was playing Grand Blue Versus. There was just people wearing nothing but primary colors. The majority of them being blue. So I just kind of find it weird that Guile is just wearing like kind of like a blue aviator yeah, it does kind of look like, yeah, it looks like a modern aviator jacket, kind of like a high def aviator jacket. So yeah, I don't really have too much to say about Guile, just that Guile looks like he just looks like Guile, but bluer. Big simp for this character because she be my waifu. And her name is Cam. Sorry, we're skipping someone. I got a little too excited there. I was going for my girl, but we forgot to talk about the girl. And we all know what we're talking about. We're talking about Chun-Li. Okay, so Chun-Li's redesign is pretty good. Like I said, it's unlike Guile's. Like, Guile's wearing a lot of blue. Chun-Li has a mixture of white and blue. So what I've heard from people, Chun now is now a stance character. Now you will be able to do different stances to pull off different moves. So that's actually interesting. And the one thing what people don't realize is that Chun-Li, the person who taught her kung fu, besides her dad, was Gen. So right away when I see her in this outfit, like this outfit is very Gen. Very like reminiscent to Gen, like Gen's traditional outfit. And to be honest, I won't be surprised if she's taking some pages from Gen, from the trailer. And like, if you guys already saw the trailer, like how she composed herself when she was fighting Fen Lin. She was like, she had her hands behind her back, and that's like very like kung fu master. That's very like Gen's kind of style. So right away, like it kind of shows that years have progressed. She's like mastered her like her arts, and she's right now like I don't know if she's a teacher or an instructor or stuff like that, or she's only like teaching Fen Lin. But all in all, she looks way more mature, both in game as well as this illustration. She looks way more mature. She looks like she means business. Like, Chun-Li always meant business, though, but now she's like, she actually looks like a kung fu master, and I kind of like that. I actually really think that she's pretty cool. A little bit too much blue, in my opinion. So, let's get to my girl, right? Let's stop talking about Chunners. Let's talk about my girl. I'm gonna let you guys know. My first encounter with CAMMY was when I actually bought Street Fighter Alpha Free, and when I turned the game on, my first opponent was CAMMY, and I didn't know who CAMMY was. And I remember going against CAMMY and getting my ass kicked. And I remember as a kid, I saw CAMMY's win pose when she just turns around, and you just see, and then you just see the cake she's packing. And because she's wearing a leotard, you basically see almost the whole show. You basically see the whole cake. Double glaze. And I actually did pick up to play CAMMY so I could kind of see that win pose. But besides me being a horny teenager, I later down the line started going into Street Fighter lore. I started figuring out who CAMMY is, what's her backstory, and I actually find CAMMY a very compelling, very interesting, and somewhat, and maybe, dare I say, a bit of a complicated character. Keep in mind, CAMMY's a clone of Bison, and she's also regarded as a failure because she's unable to tap into Psycho Power, and she chose to be her own person, and she turned against Bison, and her entire mission was to free the dolls, the Bison dolls, aka the female assassins what Bison has around with him, And her entire story was to stop Bison, free the dolls, save DeCapre, and save any of the Shadowloo clone. But here's the thing, right? Bison is dead. Bison is gone. Shadowloo's gone. Like, Cammy does not need to be in Delta Red anymore, and from this outfit, what we see here from Cammy, is this. Cammy is now relaxing. She's chilling out. She's wearing casual wear. She still looks like she's ready to, like, mess up a motherfucker, but when you look at Cammy right now, she looks like she's just, like, enjoying her life. She's just, you know, going around joining, like, fighting tournaments. The outfit looks good. And keep in mind, I'm a massive simp for Cammy. But I think this redesign is really good. And at the same time, seeing Cammy not being in a leotard and, you know, being in something else is also refreshing. So, here's the thing. There are people on Twitter who are straight up saying, it's like, this is censorship. This is not censorship, because recently we actually got leaked that Cammy still has her leotard. And it's actually still in the game. It's an alternate costume, so she gets her classic costume where she's wearing a leotard, so it's not censorship. And this is the thing, I seen the video, and once again, she's double caked up in her leotard, performing a super. And if people are saying, oh, censorship, there's no censorship. It's just, this is a redesign. This redesign is 100% lore-based. This is lore-based. This is part of Street Fighter lore. She's like, right away, you could tell she's no longer Delta Red. She's no longer part of Delta Red. She's doing her own thing. The only thing what still remains are her gauntlets. But at the same time, her fighting gauntlets are a little bit different. One gauntlet is longer than the other. So I don't know if that's going to be a new mechanic in the game where the longer gauntlet does something. Maybe it has like DeCapre's Psycho Blades or whatever. That would be weird though, but whatever. But also at the same time, you could also tell that Cammy cut her hair. Like, she has shorter hair, and I think that actually really suits her. Like I said, Cammy is now her own person now. She doesn't have to worry about Bison returning. She doesn't have to worry about saving the world, and now she gets to be her own person. And, like, it's cool. Even in this picture, she looks relaxed. And to be honest, that's really good. I like that. She looks good. Also, you can see her abs. To be honest, I think it's kind of fucking hot. Enough simping. Let's move on to the next character. Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna be honest, I was never a big fan of DJ. I actually think that when it came to like the design of the original DJ, I think it was very simplistic. This DJ, on the other hand, I think it looks good. Because, to be honest, DJ is a colorful character. He's always vibing, he's chilling, he's always, like, upbeat and stuff like that. So, like, you didn't really see that much with DJ when you saw him in Street Fighter 4 Alpha or Street Fighter 2. He kind of just wore, like, a blue track pants and that's it. And he had punching gloves and he had a little, like, ponytail. But now, looking at DJ, he actually looks like a legit DJ. Like, the headphones, I like the bling what he got there and stuff like that. He also got himself a little like bundles of dreads. What I really think it looks cool. But yeah, no, DJ looks good. Actually looks like a legit DJ. He actually looks like he's here to party. I actually really like it. Once more, I don't think. Yo, guys, I'm not gonna lie. These costumes, these redesigns are not missing. I've yet to see one with missed. Okay, maybe Ken. Ken's redesign kind of missed. Like, Hobo Ken kind of missed. Rashid, to be honest, not, like, straight up looks like royalty. I think he might be. I don't know. Like, is Rashid, like, some sort of prince or something like that? Long and short of it is, he finally loses that fucking stupid backpack. And I like it. Oh my god. I love the contrast of black and white. And he actually looks like, you know, the master of the wind. Like I said, I don't really have too much to say on it. It's just an upgrade from his last design. In his last design, he looked a little bit like his outfit didn't really suit him, in my opinion. I felt that his outfit was a little bit too tight for someone who's, you know, very who's very like nimble, very wind-based. But this looks like he's like, I don't know, he's giving off some like Prince of Persia vibes, even though that he's actually not Persian, he's Arabic. But yeah, I don't really know. To be honest, I just kind of like it. Move on, Juri. I really have nothing to say for Juri. Juri looks like Juri. The only thing what's different with her is that her cleavage is like she's wearing an open chest vest, and the only thing covering her cleavage is the vest and the spider straps on her nips. And the thing is that Juri has always been a sexual sadist kind of thing for her. Like, she enjoys causing you pain, and like she gets off on that. And she still has it. She has her like classic pants, what I could see. Now it has a bit of zippers, but at the same time, her her bangs are covering Feng Shui Engine I. So I'm guessing like they will be in her super, or maybe there's a mechanic where like she moves her hair and you just see the Feng Shui Engine, and that would be cool. Oh, that would be cool. But yeah, her design, she still looks like Juri. I can't really say much. So let's look at Ed. And Jesus Christ, man. Yo, Ed looks like he's straight up depressed. Like, I'm not joking. Like, Ed looks straight. He looks like Ken. He straight up looks like Ken. Like, okay, let's take a closer look. Not only that Ed looks super sad. Like, Ken looks like he looks like Falk. Like, either like Falk died or Neo Shadowloo didn't work out. Long story short, he looks super depressed. He looks like he's in the same position as Ken, but at the same time, he looks very generic. I think his costume straight up whiffs. He still has the badge. Yes. Oh yeah, I did not see that. He has the Neo Shadowloo badge on it, or is that the Shadowloo badge on it? I don't know. But the point being is that he looks super depressed. He looks pretty generic. He only has a jacket, no shirt. Like I thought Ken had no drip, but Ed looks like he dry. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this unit, my guy. Like, he looks like he's been lifting and running all at the same time, and judging by what he's wearing, like, I think that's bear hide underneath his prayer beads, as well as his hair. I can't tell. Like, I think he has, like, yeah, I don't know if that's hair, if that's actually his hair, or that's actually bear hide on his chest. I see what it is. So his hair is longer, he has a bigger beard, he has a bear hide cloak on him, and at the same time, he also has bear hide around his waist. And yeah, holy shit, man. Akuma looks like, I think he's been taking Bear Grylls survival lessons to heart, like, way too seriously, my guy. And he has no sandals. So it is confirmed. Ryo stole Akuma's sandals. But honestly, this must be the most menacing version of Akuma I ever seen. Like, I know in Street Fighter V, they tried to make him look menacing with, like, the whole, like, fucking sunflower hair he was going for. I'm not gonna lie, Akuma, in 5, I did not like his design because his beard actually went under his chin, so he literally had a neck beard. So I won't be surprised if this version of Akuma is Shin Akuma. Like, he has everything what Shin Akuma has. Like, right away, if you jump in the air, he already throws 2 fireballs. He doesn't throw 1, he throws 2. I won't be surprised right away that Akuma is at his peak performance. No joke. So, let's move on. I'm gonna say this once, I'm gonna say this again. I don't care about Luke. Straight up. He, like, this design looks better for 5. I still don't like the character. I still really do not like the character, but honestly, his redesign looks way better. All I could say is that design looks better. Moving on. Let's move on to the newer character. This character, this is a brand new character, and we actually seen her in the trailer. She was on the billboard. MARISA. She's from Italy, if I'm not mistaken. She straight up looks like a mixed martial artist. Her hair is weird. She has like that, she kind of has like that Hakan kind of hair. You know what I mean? Like, you know how Hakan's hair looks like plastic? Her hair looks basically the same thing. Her hair looks like a helmet. Like, there hasn't been like a buffed up, like a very buffed up woman in Street Fighter. I think this is like the first straight up like very muscular woman. And this is the thing, right before you say anything, Mika does not count. Like, keep in mind, Mika is buff. Like, she is buff. She has, you know, she has abs though. But when you look at MARISA, how do you pronounce it? MARISA. It's sorry, I can't speak Italian. MARISA. Right away, you could tell that she's an absolute unit. She looks like she's like a champion in her circuit. So she could be like, you know, going around the world fighting top fighters for like their belts and stuff. I think that could be her gimmick. I think that's her gimmick. She's like straight up like fighting champions and like taking their belts, you know. But yeah, like I said, honestly, don't really know. I'm not too much of a big fan of the skirt thing, the little skirt thing, and the hair. That's the only thing I'm not a big fan of. But we haven't seen her in action, so hopefully we get to see like a 3D model of her and see how she actually looks. This character made me almost piss myself in fear, because when I saw his intro in the trailer, I straight up thought it was Skinny Rufus. And when the camera turned and I saw his face, I was like, oh my god. Thank God it's not Rufus, because he has like the same kind of like getup, wearing yellow, long ponytail. Like I was so afraid that we were going to run into Rufus again, but luckily not really. So right away, one thing about Jamie, he's a drunken he's what's called drunken fist character. So he's all about like drinking the gourd and like fighting, but at the same time, not only he's also drunken fist, but he also mixes it up with breakdancing moves. What, to be honest, is actually pretty cool. I think I actually think it's a pretty cool concept for a character, and this is also the first character in Street Fighter that there is like a drunken fist style fighter. So yeah, straight up, his design, to be honest, kind of looks somewhat kind of generic. But all in all, I can't really say much. But one thing I can say is that I've seen the character model, and he looks very, very skinny and very, very, like, his movement animations is very wonky. In my opinion, I find it very wonky. That's the one thing that kind of turns me off about him. But all in all, it's cool to see more Kung Fu characters, to be honest. I actually really like Kung Fu characters, and I feel that Street Fighter V was actually lacking in Kung Fu characters. So let's move on to the next character. Mimi is from France, and she looks like a mixed martial artist as well, maybe judo. But right away, she's awfully pretty. Mimi looks awfully pretty. She like right away, I have a feeling. I'm just saying this because right away underneath her gi, she's wearing a leotard, wrestling leotard, and one character in Street Fighter wears like a wrestling leotard, and that character is Abel. So she could be a student of Abel, or maybe a classmate of Abel. I don't know if Abel is like doing his own dojo kind of thing though, but she definitely does kind of come off as someone who follows, you know, Abel. Yeah, who would train under Abel. And why would I say that? Is because Abel's French, she's French, most likely. Like, knowing the story mode, they most likely hook up. So most likely they have something in common. So right away, Mimi, I kind of like the color, what was going on. I like the pink hair, the blue and the white, and the baby blue for the trimmings looks very, very colorful. She's definitely a character which stands out. I really want to see this character in action, because if she is actually like, you know, a student of Abel, or she has somewhat of Abel's like fighting style, I would like to see a character who's much more limber and much more dexterous. I would say much more dexterous, pulling off Abel's moves and stuff like that. So it could be really interesting. She could be she does kind of come off as probably like a very rushed down kind of character. So just imagine Abel's moveset, but much more faster and much more limber, and maybe throw in a little bit more kicks and punches into it. But yeah, but one thing you guys could see, I don't know if you guys could see it though, but she also looks pretty sexy. She kind of comes off as somewhat of a fan servicey character. And if you could see it, I don't know if you guys could see it. I'm gonna put my mouse here. She's wearing a G-string, or that could be, or could that could actually just be her panty line and stuff like that. But the point being is that she looks very, very fan servicey, and nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong adding fan service and stuff like that. It's all about how you portray the character, right? You could have a very sexy character, but if the character is just like a complete bonehead and has no redeeming qualities, it's kind of insulting. Kind of like Laura, in my opinion. I really do not like Laura. I think she was just eye candy. But yeah, all in all, I like Mimi. Mimi looks nice. It looks actually pretty good. She actually stands out. I'm kind of curious what her alt colors will look like. All right, we're almost done here. Lilly. So Lily's from Mexico, believe it or not. So right away, I have a feeling, once more, I think she might be either related to T-Hawk, T-Hawk's daughter, or whatever. So but yeah, honestly, I like her design. It's just, it's kind of on the nose. It's kind of hitting on the nose that she's Aborigine. She gives off really like Talon vibes from Soul Calibur. Like, if you remember Talon, she kind of reminds me of it. It's like stature, how she holds her weapons and all that stuff. Yeah, she kind of gives me Talon vibes. And if she's somewhat related or has somewhat association of T-Hawk, that means we might be seeing a lot of like dive kicks or air moves, or maybe DPs. I don't know, but if that's the case, she could be our replacement, our pseudo Vega, but you know, less creepy and more adorable, because she does look adorable. She does. All right. So let's move on to the next character. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think I'm gonna main JP. That's not even a joke. I actually, just like from looking at this boss of a dude, I straight up think I'm gonna main this guy. Because, oh my god, like, look at this Chad. So far, what pieces of lore we got from him is that he's a psycho power user. So that's all what we know from him. So basically, he knows how to use psycho power. So we don't know if he's a Bison clone or he taught Bison to harness psycho power. He looks like he knows what the fuck he's doing. He looks like he fucks. This character looks like he fucks, and like how he dresses up looks like he like displays power. So I think he's gonna be cool. I don't know if he's gonna use that. I don't know if he's gonna use the cane as a weapon. I hope that he doesn't use the cane as a weapon. I hope the cane is just something for fluff, like something for the illustration. But honestly, I really like his design. The white hair with the white cape and the white undershirt matching with the salmon or orange let's go vest and pants. I really think that's a really good very good look for him. Neo Shadowloo, maybe he is a that's a good thing. That's actually good. Maybe he's the reason why Ed looks like he has no bitches, because maybe he's a psycho power user aka maybe he's Bison's tutor, or maybe he's a clone of Bison, and he overtook Neo Shadow Lu, saying like, how dare you ruin the vision of Bison? I will continue what he started. And yeah, he looks pretty cool. I don't know what kind of style he's going to play. He looks like he's going to be a charge character or maybe a zoner type character. I definitely have a feeling he's definitely going to be a psycho power user. And I'm going to main him. I'm going to main that guy. I don't even know how he plays like, but I'm going to main that motherfucker. Oh, he's going to be cool. I really hope he's cool. I really hope he plays cool. I really hope he doesn't become a Nikali and becomes boring. Kimberly! So, fun thing about Kimberly. What information we got from her is that she is a ninja. Right? She's a ninja. She's from she's North American. So, do you know what that means? I want you guys to guess. Where do you think she learned how learn ninjutsu? Yeah, you could tell from the sneakers. Well, not only from the sneakers. You can not only tell from the sneakers, but you could tell by multiple different reasons. First of all, her gi. Her gi shows right away how she's wearing a gi is not how you should be wearing a gi. A gi does not show off your midriff. Not only she's wearing a crop top gi, but the gi is red. And at the same time, she has yellow. She has also yellow. Let's go again. Bandages on her arms as well as her legs, and that's the same type of bandages Guy wears. And of course the sneakers. No, just imagine that. Like maybe that's like part of like graduating or getting your ranked. It's like do I get a belt? Do I get kunais? No, you get a pair of fresh Vans. Like right away, I kind of like her design. The red and black. Let's go. The red and black with the with both the trims of white as well as the golden bandages, the yellow bandages, all complement together. To top it off, the blue highlights in her hair. I think it's a nice little touch. And this girl's walking around with a Walkman. I just realized, no, I'm dead serious. Look, she's straight up walking around with a Walkman. Why is she walking around with a Walkman? It's 2022. And not only that, she's walking around with a Walkman, she has wired headphones. To be honest, nothing wrong with wired headphones. I prefer having wired headphones. The only reason why I don't have wired headphones is because my phone does not have a jack. That's the sad thing about it. But yeah, she has wired headphones. So she straight up looked like, you know what, she looked like she came from the 90s. She looked like she just came back from the 90s. And she hella retro. Let her be retro. No, man, she hella retro, and I love it. I'm straight up like, no, I'm not dissing her. I'm straight up not dissing her. I think she looks hella slick. Hella slick. She looks pretty tight. All right, it's time to move on to our final character. So, who do you think A.K.I is? I'll give you a wild guess. She's Fong's adopted daughter. She's actually Fong's adopted daughter, my dude. Yeah. So there is some side lore with Fong that he adopted a young girl under his wing when he was a much younger man. So A.K.I is Fong's adopted daughter / pupil. Why would you assume that she's Fong's adopted daughter? Well, first of all, it's in the lore. Second of all, look at her name. Her name is her name is all. Well, her name is an acronym. Yeah, just like Fong is an acronym, so is A.K.I. So A.K.I is an acronym just like Fong. And straight up from what we're looking, she's straight up villain. But like with this woman, she hits the nail on the head when it comes to the whole femme fatale kind of thing. She's busty. She's wearing her pants low to her waist. Look at that claw hand. At the same time, you could also see, it's really bad resolution, but I could see some purple veins going into them. So most likely that's poison. So I'm guessing she's using the claw to scratch people. But right away, she's definitely going to be one of the main antagonists. I actually think that JP and A.K.I might be working side by side. Yeah, I think JP and A.K.I might be working side by side. So A.K.I, like I said, she's weird. Like, she's straight up like her design is kind of meh, but at the same time she does look very interesting. Like, her skin, like, she comes off almost like a dead woman, like a corpse. She's like pale skin, white hair. She kind of gives off an uneasy vibe. Her hair, at the other hand, her hair is actually covering up her eye, and you can only see like a quarter of her face. That actually looks good. I actually like that kind of design. Kind of gives off that, you know, sexy, deadly femme fatale. As, you know, Juri's all like kind of playful and sadistic. She dresses nice, but she dresses to kill. Like, Juri's there to like hear your bones break and just like beat you and torture you. She's there to kill you. She's there to kill you and make it look good. Or she looks like a character is like, if you spit blood on her, she's like, disgusting, and she just like kills you outright. Honestly, man, so yeah, but honestly, kind of, honestly, guys, out of all of these characters' designs, I think the only like misses I would say would be Ken, Ed, Luke, and yeah, it would, like, to be honest, I would say Ken, Ed, and Luke. Like, these guys just look kind of meh, you know. But yeah, the redesigns of the characters and the new characters what are showing up, they all look amazing. Straight up, I'm actually looking forward to see what these characters look like in 3D. Because keep in mind, these characters, these are all illustrations, and what we saw from leaks as well as the trailer footage, a lot the characters will look very different in 3D. So all I have to say is that I'm looking forward. I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to all that jazz.